Hi, this is Dr. Konstantin. I'm a facial plastic surgeon and a facelift expert. And this, of course, is Sonia, my patient care coordinator. So today we're going to be talking about the area of our greatest expertise, which is online dating, right? And I don't date personally,
I date.
but
I definitely date.
I really consider myself an expert because I did extensive research for New York Times article on online dating and the effects of plastic surgery on your dating profile. And then, of course, a lot of people came to me over the years saying, hey, what do I do? I have this great date and I really want to look my best. So let's talk about online dating.
Let's do it.
There are 5 tips that I came up with to help people who are putting together their dating profile and thinking about the overall strategy of dating. So, number 1, I say this is the most important thing is get a good picture for your profile. And there are all kind of recommendations out there and people say, hey, why don't you don't want to put the picture that's too perfect because then somebody might be disappointed when they see real you. So just put the pictures that maybe take a photo in the morning when you didn't do your hair yet and you look your worst and put it out there so people, when they see your photos, they would not expect too much. And when they see you in person, they would be pleasantly surprised. And my answer to that, nobody's going to see you in person, right? If you put a photo like that on your dating profile, it means to people one thing. It means you don't care, right? If you don't even bother to find a good picture that shows your strength, your good smiles, your eyes, right? Present your personality, it means you don't want to date that much really, right? And how many times when I was doing my research for New York Times article, how many times I saw those grainy old photos that were probably scanned with the phone from the old pictures that you like, or even worse, somebody would just cut off the other person's that you can clearly say there's like maybe a husband or a former boyfriend standing next to somebody and they just cut it off and the arm would still be there and part of the shoulder. Those are the worst. Don't do, for God's sake, don't do that. So my recommendation, and I think this should really work well for everybody, get a professional photographer to take your pictures. Now, don't do the pictures in a studio because everybody knows in a studio, the photo is just not going to look like you. They can do wonders with the lights and with the Photoshop, but do a professional casual photo. Take them out on the street of New York and just have them snap hundreds of pictures of you to put on different outfits and just pick whatever picture you like. Now, it's going to look good and it's going to help to present you, your personality and who you are. And believe me, professionals can do it much better than your friends who will be snapping your pictures with a cell phone. What do you think about that?
I agree. Be in your element, do what makes you happy, maybe do a hobby that you enjoy doing and have a photographer sit there and take pictures of you. He'll know your angles, he'll know the right lighting. And you can't get better than that. You're doing something you love and people will see your energy through the picture.
That was number 1. Get a good picture. Second dating tip from a facial plastic surgeon is, look, dating is a numbers game, right? So you have to date, at least initially, more than one person at a time. Otherwise, if you get all your hopes into that one person that you might have liked, and you scheduled a date, you go on a date and things don't work out, then you start looking for another one, right? You're spending a lot of time, you're spending a lot of emotional energy. Every time you have something coming up, you say, oh my God, this could be it. And if it doesn't work out, it affects your confidence and you start feeling bad about your whole dating experience. So the way I see it, and a lot of people agree with me, we'll see if Sonia agrees with me on this one, but you're really not dating when you're just meeting somebody for the first time, somebody that you saw online. It's really not the same as meeting somebody and getting to know them. So this is almost like your pre-date screening. So you can meet with 3, 4, 5, 8 people at the same time, maybe on different day or even on the same day. Why not? And just to figure out whether this could be potentially a person that you might have a relationship with in the future, or there's really not much going to happen there. So what do you think?
So I think starting tomorrow, I'm gonna have my dates lined up 3, 3:15, 3:45, 4 o'clock, and we're gonna keep going from there until I find the right one.
It's already working. I'm already saving Sonia's dating life. Number 3, and this is where plastic surgeon comes in, right? I really believe somebody who has an important date has to do something that I call confidence booster, right? So it could be different things for different people. Not everybody needs to get fillers and Botox or skin resurfacing before their dates. But it's very important that when you go on a date, you feel confident about yourself. And it could be you just get some new shoes or a new purse, or you style your hair or different makeup, or people do a lot of those things like Botox, maybe just erasing some wrinkles or getting slightly fuller lips or filling up the cheeks, right? And the idea is really, it's not so much about making somebody look drastically different for the date, right? But to make someone who goes on a date feel, I really look my best today, right? And when you feel that you look your best, it gives you the confidence, and that confidence really projects. And when you're meeting somebody who's very confident in themselves, it's really contagious, right? So if your date feels very comfortable in where they are at the moment, you start feeling confident with them. What do you think about this?
I agree. This is all energy and aura, right? So if you sit there before your date and do something of self-love, like listen to a favorite song, or you get your Botox, a little lip filler, something to make you feel good on the inside, you're projecting really high, great energy out there, and your aura is attracting the right person. So if you're out there feeling your best and looking your best, you're going to attract the best. So that's a great dating tip.
I've done this a lot for my patients, and I can tell you, it really works. Number 4, dating tips from your friendly plastic surgeon. When you're actually on a date, so you got your beautiful profile photo, right?
Yeah.
You got something done that makes
Your
you feel
Botox.
great and confident, your Botox fillers, anything, whatever works for you. And now you're with somebody, and you're checking your phone every minute, or you're not paying attention, or you're thinking about something else. Like Sonia told me the other day, oh, I would rather read a book than go on a date. And I'm like, don't go,
I get
right?
so bored.
If you cannot be there, present there, right? Then the whole date is going to be a waste of time, because why would somebody want to continue this if you're clearly not paying attention? So going to a date without the intention of, well, I'm really going to try to get to know that person, right? And I will give them a chance. I will try to get to know them. And at the end of the date, if I don't like it, then we'll part. And if I do like it, then we might continue our relationship. But not paying attention and not looking like you're interested, I think it's a total date killer.
Yeah, it's rude, it's not pleasant, and you just don't want to be there. The last date that I was on, I kind of kept looking at my watch, like, how long do I have to do this until I can go to bed? So yeah, be present, be aware, and if you connect with a person, continue. If not, get out of there fast.
I think that would be the right thing to do.
If not, I'm calling him for dating tip number 6.
Number 5, the last dating tip from your facial plastic surgeon is, don't be afraid to follow up. And here where I think Sonia disagreed with me.
I totally disagree with that. Yeah.
I think you really should follow up with everyone, right? And say thank you, right? Just thank you. I had a great time. And if the date did not go so well, then they would think, well, she's just a very nice person, right? And it never hurts to be a nice person,
Yeah.
right? Just saying thank you to somebody and really mean it. Thank you. Because obviously somebody who met you for that day, they put effort into it, and just, thank them for your effort. So it may or may not help you with your dating life, right? Because sometimes people will be like, man, yeah, great, she's a nice person, but still I don't feel like we a good match for each other.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I've seen it so many times when the other person thinks, well, I guess the date didn't go so well, she probably didn't like me, and then they receive that call thanking them, and they say, oh my God, No, actually, I thought it didn't go well, but maybe it did go well, right? And that might just re-energize that relationship. So, and I really would hate to happen when between two people they actually could be a good match for each other, but each of them sitting at home and saying, well, it kind of didn't go well, so there's really no chance, right? Instead of just having a nice conversation about that. So what do you think?
So I think I usually, after I date, I wait for the guy to say, you know, text me when you get home so I know you're home safe. And I think that's like a really good start that shows he's interested. I always thank a guy after dinner, after the date, but I never reach out the next day. If I text him, like if he's like text me when you get home, then I'm like, okay, I get home and I'm like, thank you so much for a wonderful time. But I usually wait for them to do the first move because I just feel like at that point I don't want to work anymore. Like I want to be courted a little bit, you know, and then I'll put the work in.
I think, well, and this is where the experts disagree.
Okay.
Right? I would say if you have a job interview, right, you always send them a thank you letter, right? Because it's just it's a professional thing to do, it's a good thing to do. And sometimes based on the thank you letter, if you are the only one who sent a thank you letter out of those candidates that they interview, they really set you apart and they say, well, you know, definitely we might give this person a chance because they are interested, right? I don't believe there's anything wrong with showing that you're interested after a day, but that could be me. I don't date, remember.
I think you should start giving dating tips like seminars and how to date and be courteous and chivalry. That's old guys. I look for a guy to open my door or, you know, just give me a rose for no reason. Guys don't do that anymore.
No. It's a totally different world, but we'll talk about it next time. So this was 5 dating tips from your plastic surgeon and patient care coordinator.
Yeah, and hopefully, guys, I will get a boyfriend after these dating tips. So if I do, I'll let you know if it's a success or not.